Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Legend of the Five Rings card game, the living card game unboxing. This is for the Dynasty Packs. So the Dynasty Packs are individual, kind of little, almost like booster packs. But being this is a living card game, every pack has the exact same cards in it. So all the cards in Fate No Secrets are going to be the same no matter how many times you buy this pack. But Chrysanthemum Throne is going to have a different set of cards, but every card in there will be the same. So each of these 6 packs will have a different set of 60 cards, but each pack will always have the exact same cards in each one. So you don't have to randomly buy them. And then the Dynasty Packs work kind of as in a theme. So each different color is going to represent a different cycle. So if we look on the back of one of these, and focus. So this is going to be the Imperial Cycle, which has this little set symbol. So like this pack contains cards 80 through 81. So each one contains 3 copies of each of 20 different cards. The cards are sorted out between the 7 different clans and some unclanned cards, as well as some provinces. And possibly strongholds at the beginning of the sets. So what's nice about that, so when you pick up each individual pack, you're going to get somewhere between generally 2 to 4 cards for each clan. So it's not a bunch to, like, if you really want to play as one specific clan color, each pack isn't going to really give you a huge improvement. But if you pick up the entire cycle, you're going to get a bunch of cards for each different clan, which is really fun. Like, as an example, so yes, you're going to get a bunch of different stuff. And then throughout each cycle, there's going to be some running themes between each thing. There'll be different cycles of different cards. There might be a specific type of event or attachment or a certain type of character or new trait that comes from each one. But it might be like one version for the crane in this pack. This might have the crab. This one might have the scorpion and the unicorns. That one might have the lion. So if you want to get the full cycle of everything, you have to buy every single pack. So what we're going to do in these videos for the Dynasty Packs is I'm going to go through all of the, like I'm doing the bigger sets, I'm going to do one video where I'm going through all of just the Dynasty cards. Not the Dynasty cards. What are they called? Yeah, the Dynasty. Brain losing. Yeah, the Dynasty cards. And I'll do a part 2 video where I go through all the conflict cards. But I'm going to go through all the packs combined as one. So instead of doing single pack, I'm going to go through all of the conflict cards for all 6 packs. And then we go on all the conflict cards for all of them, but doing them in clan order. So we're not looking at one card at a time, like 1 or 2 cards, and then having to wait till the next pack to see what the next 2. We're gonna go through like all the Dynasty cards. We'll have all the crab cards, and then we'll go through all them. So it'll feel more like a big full, if you bought this as a big box set all together. If you'd like to see what is individually in each pack, I will have a link in the description, and we'll be doing what I'm going to call a speed pack, where I'm just going to show this one, show exactly what cards are in there, read off the names, then go to the next one, do that, and I'm not going to be reading all the descriptions. This is a video where I'll be going through all the description of everything. So definitely check out those in the links if you'd like to just see quickly what's in each pack, in case you would like to pick up one here or there, just pick up specific cards. Alright, so without further ado, let's hop into these. Alright, so for part 2 of this cycle, which is again the elemental cycle, this is the conflict half. So if you haven't checked out part 1, then we go through all the Dynasty cards as well as strongholds and provinces. Here we are going to go through all the conflict ones clan by clan for the entire cycle of the elemental block or set of cards. So we did reveal a couple really cool things that I love talking about. So I love getting the brand new cycle or theme of cards in each set we kind of get. So we have, of course, being an elemental themed name, we have a bunch of elemental stuff that cards are based off of. They get bonuses for claiming certain rings or for using stuff with different rings of the different elements, which is really fun. We have a small cycle started of novice characters, which are going to kind of work similar together. Plus, we have a creature set, which is really neat. So we saw a couple of the creatures in the Dynasty set. We're going to see a couple more in those. The rest of them should be in the Conflict. So those are fun as well. Plus, we're also going to see some stuff that work kind of towards a mega cycle or a mega theme. So it might have one card in this set or one or two for different clans in here, and then they'll follow up in the other packs. Which is also a good idea because it gets you to try and collect everything if you want to make kind of like a theming of that. So our packs, or our little boosters here for the Elemental Cycle, are Breath of the Kami, Tainted Lands, The Fires Within, the Ebb and Flow. Oops, that one didn't want to stay up there. And this is also a new cycle we're going to get, is the Mantis Clan. We're getting a bunch of cool Mantis Clan stuff. So hopefully we'll see some more of those. All and Nothing, and then finally Elements Unbound. And if you want to know what's in each one of these individual packs, check out the speed unboxing, where I just go through each pack and I just show up what cards are in each different pack. So if you're looking for specific ones of these cards, they'll be in there. And then as we're going through each one of these, I'll be going through them in pack order. So, in pack order by clan. So as I'm going through the crab cards here, for example, the first one or two cards will be in pack 1. The next one or two might be in pack 2, then pack 3, so on and so forth. So if you're kind of looking, you can kind of gauge it that way as well. Alright, but let's hop into these. We have our events now, so we have Spreading the Darkness, a Maho, Spell, and Earth card. So this kind of goes through the cycle of each different clan kind of was focusing on one element, a little bit more than the other ones were. So Crab were kind of doing Earth, Crane were doing Air, Dragons were doing Fire, Earth had a little bit of Water, Scorpion had, I think Earth, or not Scorpion, Unicorn I think had Earth, Scorpion had Void, and then Phoenix is kind of like hits everything, because that's sort of their whole thing. Alright, so it says action, lose 2 honor, choose a participating character you control. Until the end of that conflict, that character gets +4 military might and cannot be targeted by opposing cards or abilities. Feast casting upon this offering. This is another little kind of neat theming this set has, is paying honor a lot more to do stuff. So Scorpion does that a lot, but I think we're kind of finding this in some of the other ones. People are kind of willing to like sacrifice what they need to do some extra stuff, kind of going to the darkness. Wicked Tetsubo, attached to a Berserker character. Another thing that started in the previous cycle, the Imperial cycle, was each clan getting their own keyword. They have more than the other clans. The other clans can get them, but they kind of have like their own themed one, which kind of they focus more on. And Crab has Berserker. During a conflict in which attacked character is attacking, choose a defending character and select either military or political. Set that character selected skill to 0 until the end of the conflict. So beat their skill down to 0. That is fun. Here is our creature for the Crab. We have the Nezumi Infiltrator, so rats. Creature Scout, immune to Shadowland and Maho effects. Ooh, that's interesting. Reaction. After this character enters play during a conflict, until the end of the conflict, raise or lower the strength of the attack province by 1 to a minimum of 1. Neat. So whether it's yours or your opponent, you can up or lower it. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so each different clan has their own different creatures. You'll have to see the other video if you want to see which ones are specific. So far, there's only 1 creature per clan. I'm hoping some of the other pack cycles have other versions of these creatures. Would be kind of neat to get more than just 1 copy, but we'll have to go through them and see. We have Fight On, water roll only. Action, while you are the defending player, choose a bowed character you control, ready that character, and move it to the conflict. If we rest, the entire empire falls. Nice. I'll bring an extra character. We have Pragmatism. Condition, attached to a character you control. When you are less honorable than your opponent, attached character gets +1 military and political endgames. This character not be honored or dishonored. I'll kind of boost them up and evens them out a little bit. Very cool. Plus, they also get the +1/+1 to begin with. And our last crab one is specialized defense. Earth roll only. Action. During a conflict, if the attack province has an element that matches the contested ring or a ring in your claimed pool, double the province's strength till the end of conflict. So it gives you a bonus for kind of focusing on certain elements and stuff. So if like you have a couple elements that are earth, again you're focusing on earth or water for this one, which kind of be the 2 for crab. You could kind of like, hey, I'm gonna boost them up with this. Go after those first to boost up your stuff. Neat. Alright, so in blue we have our crane cards. We have formal invitation. Item, attack character with glory 2 or higher. Action, during a political conflict, move attack character of the conflict. It would be an honor if you would join us. That's neat. So it's crane doesn't often have ways to bring your guys in like freely, so this is a neat way to do that. We have the Mirror's Gaze attachment. Spell and air attached to a Shinginja character you control. A reaction. After the effects of an opponent's event resolve that event again as if you had just played it, ignoring costs and triggering conditions. You may choose new targets. Dang. For 2, and it's an attachment. So then you can keep using it over and over. I mean, the restrictions having a Shinginja. But that's pretty neat. You gotta use their effect on them. And it could be like, I get to draw cards. Hey, I get to draw cards now. Or there could be like, oh, like, I gain extra fate. Hey, now I gain extra fate. It doesn't always have to be like a remove a card or do damage type of thing. Another attachment, Icon of Favor. Item, fire roll only. Well, you have the Imperial Favor. The attached character gets +1 glory. Reaction, after you win a fire conflict, honor attached character. So like I did say these guys were air, but they also, like the crab, they also have kind of 2 elements they sort of focus on. I think that's the idea, is each clan wants to sort of lean towards 2 different elements, and this is their secondary one is fire. Which kind of makes sense, you know, fire and air. I think are kind of, like, if you think like they're kind of like conflicting elements, like or supporting elements, I guess, depending on which way you look at it. Because air could boost up fire. Well, you have the Imperial Favor. The attached character gets +1 glory. After you win a fire conflict, honor attached character. Nice. Alright, we have Insult to Injury. Reaction. After a duelist character you control wins a duel, dishonor a losing character. So this is their keyword trait. Surely your blade must have been caught in its sheath for you to draw, been so slow. Oh, yeah, that is an insult. Dang, you suck. Yeah, that's awesome. Dishonor the losing character. And if they leave play because they lost a fate or whatever, that'd be kind of neat. Menacing Iron Warrior. We don't often see military cranes, but this is cool. I love the logo on the bands as well, the cloth. Bushi, actionless characters participating in military conflict. Until the end of the conflict, each participating character your opponent controls at equal or lower military skill than this character cannot trigger their abilities. Ooh, so basically, like, they show up and they're like, I'm here, everyone else shut up. That's cool. Soul Beyond Reproach. Air roll only. Action, choose a character you control, honor that character, then honor it again. Oh, dude, you can double honor. You don't even double honor characters, but if you have a dishonored character, you could honor them to ordinary, and then you could honor them a second time to make them honored. But I don't think you can double honor a character. I just wanted to see if the rule said that quick, if I can just find the ruling on honoring. Of course, now that, like, anytime you look in an instruction book for something, you can't ever find it when you're actually looking for it. Deck building, each clan. Card abilities, trigger, dueling. Yeah, we already know all that. Yeah, Terror and Honor Snackle cannot become honored in a character they dishonored. So basically, it lets you take a dishonored character and honor them, which is really cool. And then sometimes you have abilities that trigger when a character gets honored. So then it wouldn't matter if it has the honored status or if it's being honored twice. Nice. Alright, then our last one for the Crane is we have Game of Sagne. Action. During a conflict, choose a participating character you control and a participating character your opponent controls. Your character challenges the opponent's character to a political duel, honor the duel's winner, and dishonor the loser's duel. Nice. So, yeah, Crane kind of lets you do the duels. Give you some awesome options for that. Awesome. I mean, they have the duelist type, so why not have duels? For green, we have Dragon Clan. We have Ancient Master, Monk Tattooed. You may play this character as an attachment with the text reaction. After attached character is declared as an attacker or a defender, search the top 5 cards of your conflict deck for a keyhole or tattoo card. Reveal it and add it to your hand, and then shuffle. Search your deck for stuff. Always powerful. Hurricane Punch. That's awesome artwork too. A keyhole on air. Hey, look, a card we can search for. Action. During a conflict, choose a participating monk character. That character gets +2 military till the end of conflict and draw a card. Strike with 1,000 fists, and you need to deliver only a single blow. Awesome. Here we have an attachment, Adopted King. Condition, fire roll limit 1 per character. Each other attachment on the attached character gains Ancestral. Facing a crisis of children, the dragon were willing to even turn the peasantry to find new heirs. Interesting. So they basically just adopted someone. So Ancestral says when a card with Ancestral attachment is attached with leave play, attachment returns its owner's hand. So what's really neat about this is green has a lot of stuff like we saw with that first character. It's a monk that you can attach to someone. And then you could attach this to another to this character as well. So that way if they got defeated, that monk card would then come back. So you don't lose that character. Now you can play as a character or replay as an attachment. That's pretty fun. Here we go. We have Smoke. Spell and Fire. Action. When an attached character is participating in a conflict, bow and sacrifice this attachment. Until the end of the conflict, each non-unique participating character -2 military might. Cool. So you have unique guys that are immune to it, but yeah, just being able to lower stuff could be very helpful. Another attachment, Hawk Tattoos. We've had a couple different cool tattoos. Your character gains the tattooed trait. Reaction, after you play this attachment during a conflict, move attached character to the conflict. Attached character is a monk. You may take another action after this one. Oh, nice, because you have limited actions you can do, so this would definitely help you basically move this guy for free. He's flying, so he can go for free. Void Fist. Keyhole and Void. Action. During a conflict, if you have played at least 2 other cards in this conflict, choose a participating character with equal or lower military skill than a participating monk you control. Move the chosen character home and bow it. And they have stuff like that last one you can play. Hey, you play that card, you get basic action back for free, so it lets you play more cards. It's cool. I like that. Alright, we have Being and Becoming. Condition. Void roll only. Attached to a character you control. Action. Bow the attached character. Choose an unclaimed ring. Move each fate from that ring to the attached character. Nice. So basically, that's really cool because there's one of the Dynasty cards for this is you could put fate on fire rings. So this would be a neat way to also work with that is you could attach this to a character, you could bow that character, pull all that fate you just put on that card and bring it to that character, keeping them alive a lot longer. Then the final dragon card we have is Mantra of Earth. Keyhole and Earth. Now I believe this is like a mega cycle card. I believe there's a mantra that was in the previous cycle. Might have even been one in the core set as well. So it'd be kind of neat to collect all these. Reaction. After an opponent declares an Earth conflict, choose a monk character or a character with a monk attachment. Until the end of the conflict, opponents that cannot target that character. So kick up dust so they can't target you. Draw a card. Cool. Alright. For our Lion Clan in yellow, we have Even the Odds. Tactics. During a conflict, if you control fewer participating characters than your opponent, choose a character you control, move that character to the conflict. If that character is a commander, honor it. So commander is the Lion's keyword trait. Yeah, so if you have left guys, you can bring a guy in faster. You're throwing so many guys out, you're probably sacrificing people. The Okama Reservist. Wushi. This character gets +2 military while you have claimed the fire or water ring. So, now here's an interesting thing. I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I mentioned in the last video, I thought it was Novice that did this. But it looks like each one has an ability that works like this. With this type of effect, but they're not always called Novice. I was trying to see if we had another one in here. But if I grab the other deck of cards, just really quick here. So yeah, it's like, here we had a recruit. So it does the same thing. Gains +2 military might while you have claimed specific colored rings. So I thought they're all going to be called Novice because that's how we had it for Scorpion had a Novice, and one of the other ones had a Novice as well. But it looks like it's a cycle, though it has all the same effects, which is really cool. So you get this, each clan has a card or a character in there that says if you have +2 military might on them. So they're cheaper characters that basically get stronger as long as you have one of the rings claimed. So that's pretty cool. They just didn't name them the same. I thought they did. We have Okama Ikahaka, who has... Oops, we're in the wrong deck. We messed something up here. Alright. Accidentally, when I was looking through them, I stacked the conflict into the dynasty. We have the right of authority. 3 political. Earth roll only restricted. If your opponent has more honorable than you, discard this attachment. Yes, if you're kind of playing a little bit cheap, you can gain extra 3 political might. Heroic Resolve. Condition. Action. If you have 2 or more rings in your claim pool, ready attack character. So long as he never loses his feet, he would never stop fighting. Because you guys really want to just push for battle. For here we have My Ancestor Strength. Spell and Water. That's really cool artwork. There's like a giant water guardian around him. Action. During a conflict, choose a participating Shingenga character you control and a character in your dynasty discard pile. Until the end of the conflict, set the participating character's base political and military skill equal to the printed one of the other character. Oh, that's kind of cool. So if like you lost a big powerful guy, you can turn a small guy into a really big guy. And that's their printed bonus. If they have an additional thing that like can up them from an enchantment or another thing which boosts them, they gain that bonus still. And then the last one we have is Restored Heirloom. Weapon, water roll only, and restricted. Interrupt. When you resolve a water ring effect, choose a cavalry you control. Instead of resolving normal ring effects, put this attachment into play from your hand or conflict discard pile attached to that character. Oh, neat. So, you can either play this as normal and gain 3 military might, or if you resolve the ring effect of water, you get instead attach this from your hand or conflict for free. That's pretty cool. Get a way to summon equipment quick. Alright, in the Orange Phoenix, we have the Wings of Change. Spell and Air. Arrow only. Return the air ring to the claimed ring pool and claimed ring pool to the unclaimed ring pool. You cannot take back your words any more than you can bottle the evening breeze. So this is very helpful if like you have an ability that gets you for claiming them. Or if your opponent is gaining a bonus for claiming that ring, you can return it. Very specific to do it, but at least it's a possibility. Alright, then we have the creature card that goes for the Phoenix Clan. We have the Furo Ninyayo, which looks like a merfolk. Terrifying. He's the only one that's actually attacking people. Action. During a water conflict, put this character into play from your hand into the conflict deck. Into the conflict, shuffle it into your conflict deck. The season braces cold and sharp. That's kind of cool. So, way to get a cheap guy in, but then you lose him during the later of the turn. Oracle of Stone, Earth, and Spell. Action, each player draws 2 cards, and each player discards 2 cards. Pray it does not foretell disaster. So it's one of the ones where it's really cheap, it's free to play for 0, but it gets you a bonus and your opponent. But it's one of the things where you can maybe plan for it, but sometimes it's just like, hey, I have to give them something because I need to draw these cards. Here we have Jorgen's Curse, Spell, Void, and Curse. Void roll only. Forced Interrupt. When the Fate phase ends, if the attack character is ready to resolve another Fate phase after this one. Oh, and it hits everybody? So basically, if someone doesn't ready their character, they're going to start losing guys a lot quicker. Cool. We have a unique weapon. Alpha Shukai. It's a glowing sword with a little phoenix tail. Weapon. Ancestral and restricted. So a comeback that gets to the discard pile. You can only have 1 or 2 restricted items. Attached to a unique crane or phoenix character you control. I haven't seen that before, where you have to specifically attach something to a unique character. If a attached character has the champion trait, it gains action. During a conflict in which this character is participating, choose a participating character. Move that character home. It cannot participate as an attacker this phase. There's a swipe to return someone home. Cool. Hope they make like really unique weapons like this for every clan. That'd be kind of cool. All and nothing. Spell and Void. Interrupt. When you resolve the Void ring effect, choose another ring, resolve that ring's effect instead, draw a card. It is what is not. We have Roaming Michibuki, Monk, and Scholar. Reaction. After this character wins a conflict, take the ring from the defending player's claimed ring pool. So yeah, Phoenix like playing around with moving the rings around and stuff like that versus just sticking with one element. The truth of the world can be found sitting at the riverside. The river never begins, the river never ends. All life is like the river. Lessons never begin, and lessons will never end. The Tao Shinsei. And our final Phoenix card is Tairu Jijai. Action. During a conflict, choose a Shinginja character you control and a Shinginja character controlled by an opponent. Ooh, Mage Battle. Your opponent challenges... Your character challenges your opponent's character to a glory duel. The winner of the duel's controls resolves a ring effect of his or choice as if he or she was the attacking player. That's cool. Neat little duel effect for another clan. Alright, our sixth clan is we have Ring Red. We have Scorpions, the Maze of Illusions, Spell and Air. Action. During a conflict, choose a participating character controlled by an opponent. Secretly select a number on your honor dial. Then chosen character's controller guesses whether the number is even or odd. Reveal your dial, cannot be modified. If they are wrong, bow and dishonor that character. Oh, interesting, like a 50-50 chance to do that. Tainted Koku. Poison. Interrupt. When an attached character leaves play, move the attachment to another character controlled by the same player. Interesting. They say greed is an illness. They don't know how right they are. Ikoma Ikihata. That's neat. So we have a poison that gives the character -1/-1, which isn't much, but anytime it leaves, it's going to bounce to another player. Here we have Infiltrator, Follower. You only play only if the bid in your honor dial is higher than your opponent's. Action. During a conflict with the top card of your opponent's conflict deck, either immediately play that card as if it were in your hand or discard it. Stealing opponent's cards is really fun. Scorpions like to do that. Deceptive Offer. Action. During a conflict, choose a participating character you control. Your opponent selects one. That character gets +2 military and +2 political until the end of the conflict, or your opponent gives you 1 honor. Ooh, what can they afford to do? I like making my opponent, forcing them to make the choice. Like, I'm like, I could do either one, but I'm going to see what's worse for you. Because if they don't want to lose the honor, then you go, they need to keep that honor for some reason. Obviously, you don't want to lose it, but yeah, they might be like, why can't they afford to lose 1 honor versus boosting my character? Here we have a unique character, Shishiro Sadako. Bushi, Shadow, and Shinobi. So they added this Shadow type to the Scorpions. I think again because they're originally they kind of like they did this with Unicorn. They used to have Cavalry as their keyword trait, but they also started using Battle Maiden a little bit more. And I think they kind of did that with these guys as the Shadow, since Shinobi is kind of like Ninja. So other clans have Shinobis too, but they kind of Shadow give it more of a unique keyword. Well, this character is dishonored, adds glory to its political and military might instead of subtracting it. You can master the Shinobi, nothing. That's neat. So it's a 1-1, but if you dishonor him, it becomes a 2-2. Because I believe dishonoring it will give it. Oh, instead of subtracting it. Yeah, so instead of subtracting its glory, you're going to add it. So it's going to become a 4-4 by dishonor. So others normally, they lose their attack versus how much glory they had. So you normally make it a -2/-2. That's pretty fun. And we have that other one character. It's like, hey, boost everyone's glory up, right? Oh, imagine that, right? Mark of Shame, -1 political. Condition air roll only. Reaction. After you play this attachment, dishonor the attacked character, then dishonor it again. Neat. So we had the Crane one that did the exact opposite, which honored it twice. This dishonors a character twice. So imagine even, you could play this on that other character if you want to give them the extra military might. That's kind of fun. Our last Scorpion card is Discouraged Pursuit. Ooh, some caltrops. Earth roll only. Action during a conflict, dishonor a friendly Shinobi character. Hey, there we go. Choose a participating character until the end of that conflict. That character gets -4 military might. So there you go. You can boost up your one character by 3 by making someone else's go down by 4. Awesome. Those are a fun clan. I think honestly my 2 favorite clans are really, personally, I like the Scorpion. I like the little manipulating stuff, and I really like the clans I like playing the political thing. I think is kind of neat. Each one has their own neat things though, so I'm not like really like any of them. I'm not like Phoenix is probably the only one I'm kind of like maybe on. It has some really cool stuff, but it also seems really difficult to use. Here we have Unicorn. Last clan, we have Oppressive Battle. Water roll only. During a military conflict, if you control more participating characters than your opponent, choose a non-unique participating character and battle that character. So just get a lot of guys out, which they like to do. Here's our last creature. So the Unicorn get the Shika Scout, which is a Naga. It's also love how each one, except for the Lion Clan, which is the Kinitsu, which are kind of like cat creatures, all the rest of them kind of get ones that aren't necessarily like themed after it. Like these guys didn't get like a Centaur, or Scorpion didn't get a Scorpion type character. They each got like different other creatures. I mean, we got a Tengu, which is a bird, for the Crane, which is fairly close, but you know, they could have had like more of a bird creature. Well, this character is participating in a conflict. You are considered to control an additional character in this conflict. Oh, so they count as 2 characters? Which is really nice. We just set up. If you have more characters, that is neat. We have seen much of the strange from this world. Our allies might be called strange. It's merely a compliment. Shinjo Eldrasanari. Evocation of Ash. Spellfire and Machinigo. Action. Lose 1 honor. Choose a character you control. Move this attachment to that character. then remove 1 fate from that character. Oh, interesting. So you can cost them a fate, but gives them an attack bonus. Conflict bonus, I guess. Force of the River. Look at that. Water unicorns. Spell, water, and mission notes. So we did have a character in the Dynasty pack. I just want to look at this quick since we have some of these. Shingenja Water, so Ishushi Shanji. Says reduce the cost by 1 to play each Meshigago attachment on this character or a neutral character. So if you're playing them on this character, you can make them cheaper. We just saw that was a 1 cost. This is a 1 cost. So with her, you could play them both for free on top of her or onto a neutral character. So that's pretty cool. During a conflict, put each of the face-down card in your provinces into play face-down in a conflict as 1 military, no political, 0 glory character, cavalry, and spirit trade. Discard those characters at the end of conflict. Ooh, neat. So you can also potentially put all 5 of your face down. If you have all 5 face down, put all 5 of them, or 2 or 3, or how many you have face down, in, and you get more characters in the battle. That's neat. Dispatch. Limited. No more than 1 limited card can be played by each player each round. This is a fun idea to put on cards. You can still have multiple in your deck, but you can't play multiple on a turn. Action. Move a unicorn character you control into conflict or home from a conflict. It's a really cheap way, but you can only use it once. And our final unicorn card is Unleash the Jing. Fire, spell, and Meshimido. Fire only. Action. During a conflict, lose 3 honor. Set the military political skills each participating character to 3 till the end of conflict. Ooh. So you play this, you can boost everyone till 3. Interesting. But it ups everybody to 3. But if you can play it first before your opponent plays more characters, like I'm attacking and I also boosting like a couple of guys, or the idea is just you have more guys, right? You play your other one that added your other guys in as creature spirits. Also now you boost all of them from 1s to 3s. That could be pretty devastating. Awesome. There's some really good uses. Alright, then the final bunch of stuff we have are unclaimed cards. So we have Sabotage. Earth roll only. During a military conflict, choose a card in an opponent's province and discard that card. Nice. Face up, face down, don't care. Breach of Etiquette. Action. During a political conflict, until the end of the conflict, each time a player triggers an ability on a non-courtier character, he or she loses 1 honor. Well, that's helpful. So if you kind of burst them for not doing that stuff. We have our first Mantis clan in this set. We only get 1 for the Dynasty or the conflict cards. We have Mantis Seafarer. So this is, like I said in the first video, the Mantis is kind of like unofficially the 8th clan. I think per story or like timeline wise, they eventually do become one of the clans. Otherwise, they're kind of like there's a bunch of different minor clans, but this is like the biggest one. So it's kind of cool that we could get some more cards to add for this. So air roll only. Action. After this character wins a conflict, lose 1 honor and gain 1 fate, unlimited. The only downside I've seen to them kind of so far is, so like we have this one here in the Dynasty, which is a water roll only. That one's an air roll only. So yeah, getting some of them, if they're having different rolls, means you can't make a full deck out of them if you have multiple. But that's still pretty neat. Then our very last card of this cycle is Perfect Land Ethos, which is a philosophy. So in the core set, we have philosophies for each different clan. Here's one for just anyone. Action, discard each status token. Shonen Nikai, Chant of the Perfect Land Sect. So that's really fun. You basically just shut off each status token if you would like. Alright, that is what we have for the Elemental Cycle. yeah, really cool stuff. I like the creatures in there. I like we added Mantis Clan, Shadowland stuff. As well as we added a lot more focus on element and conflicts of elements, which is really neat. So you could definitely play the core set, pick this up to go with it, or you could pick up the Imperial Cycle, then add it to this as well. And there's, again, some cards are going to work really well. You can kind of see how they combine together. Same thing, every other cycle. Or if you might just be like, hey, I really like this card. I really only like to play the Scorpion Clan. I really like this card and this card. But I don't really care for the rest of these as much. And, you know, you might just go out and buy those 2 packs if you can find them a little bit cheaper and not buy all of them. It's kind of interesting. So it's kind of a neat way to do this. But yeah, so at least this way we get to kind of see how all of them go. And again, if you want to find out what's in each pack, check out that speed pack. Check out the other videos for this. We'll try and release as many as we can find. It's hard to find cards for this game. But that is what we have for Legend of the Five Rings. See you guys later. Bye.